Hello, my name is Heidi Kuhn. I'm CEO and founder of Roots of Peace, a nonprofit based in San Rafael, California. For the past 15 years, we've been dedicated to the eradication of landmines by demining, replanting, and rebuilding worldwide. We began in September of 1997, following the death of the late Princess Diana, who catapulted the issue of landmines to the forefront of the international agenda. As a family, as a mother and wife of four children, I decided that landmines have something to do with future generations. For when the land is held hostage by landmines, there can be no peace on earth. We began in Croatia in 1997 and began shortly after the Balkan War in contentious areas like Vukovar, Karlovac, Čestimale, Čestavelica, and places we were not familiar with in the San Francisco Bay Area. Yet the impact that it had on the lives of people by turning mines into vines has restored their dignity and created the economics of peace. As time went on, we continued our efforts, planting rice in Cambodia, grapes in Afghanistan, orchards in Croatia, wheat in Iraq, chocolates in Vietnam, and most recently, we are so proud to embark on our newest program to demine, replant, and rebuild in Israel and West Bank. The Palestinian people are so deserving of a future where land is so precious. Yet this is a cache of landmines. This is an anti-personnel landmine. Again, there are 70 million landmines in 70 countries. When planted in the ground, the grass grows, and whether the boot of a soldier or the sandal of a child, the landmines prevent the cultivation of farms for generations to come. This is a bouncing Betty. It takes 8 pounds of pressure to detonate, and it fragments 30 feet in all directions. So someone sitting next to me may be killed. Somebody 10 feet would lose an eye. These are indiscriminate weapons of mass destruction in slow motion. Lastly, and very sadly, the audience that we're speaking to across the world in the Middle East understands that this is an anti-tank mine. And whether an elephant in Africa would be walking through the fields, it takes the pressure to detonate. And again, not only lose a limb, but perhaps the only animal that provides the milk and the food source to shepherds in the field in Bethlehem as they're trying to cultivate their lands, tend to their sheep as they have for thousands and thousands of years. It is my great honor to greet all of you who are Skyping us at this moment in Bethlehem on this February, this very, very special February where a year ago I had the honor of meeting many of you, Fadwa, Mohammed, Tamara, Saleh, Abraham, and Leith. And I most importantly was there with my very own son, Christian Kuhn. So we hope as a family, as a mother who knows that again, it takes 8 pounds of pressure to detonate a landmine. And that is the average weight of a newborn child anywhere in the world. So we call to action today this opportunity for the next generation through tools of social media to be a catalyst for peace and to truly help us to plant the roots of peace on earth. It's my great honor to introduce my son, Christian Kuhn, age 16.
So I prepared a video for the Palestinians to remark on the trips that I've gone through the last 2 years to Palestine and Israel. I went there in February for 2 weeks in 2011 and for 3 weeks in 2012. This video helps to put into perspective what we do there and what we're hoping to achieve by using social media as a catalyst to bring change into a world that needs our help. So I'd like to present the Palestinian video.
In February 2011, I visited Palestine and filmed the youth with my mother, Heidi Kuhn, founder of Roots of Peace. I was shocked to learn that the fields of Bethlehem were filled with landmines, preventing shepherds from tending to their sheep and children from crossing the road safely to walk to school without the risk of losing a limb to a landmine. There are an estimated 70 million landmines in 70 countries, which holds the land hostage for future generations. It takes only 8 pounds to detonate a landmine, the average weight of a newborn child. Landmines are indiscriminate weapons of mass destruction in slow motion, which prevents the cultivation of valuable land. I met with 4 Palestinian youth, Muhammad, Tamara, Ibrahim, and Laith. as we discussed the economics of peace with village elders. Candid dialogue and discussion occurred as the Palestinian farmers personally shared their frustration, looking at potentially valuable agricultural land, which is riddled with landmines and unexploded ordnance. For thousands of years, this land was known as the land of milk and honey. Yet an estimated 1.5 million landmines sown in Israel and the West Bank prevent farmers and shepherds from safely cultivating their fields to feeding their children. The world would be shocked to know that there are landmines in the fields of Bethlehem, the baptismal site of Jesus, and the Jordan River Valley, where Moses once walked. As my mom says, the Holy Lands are not holy when there are landmines in the ground. This is a generational wisdom which transcends faiths, colors, and creeds. When a seed is planted, it will grow with sunlight, water, and a human hand. When a landmine is planted, it will only result in a lethal harvest for future generations. Roots of Peace has worked hard with our Palestinian director, Fadwa, to replicate our demine, replant, rebuild model. By removing a landmine and planting a grapevine, we are truly creating peace on earth. 1 year later, I returned to Palestine to meet with my friends. It is with the Palestinian youth that we join efforts to reclaim these sacred sites for future generations. I look forward to returning one day with my own children and seeing a world where there are no landmines placed in the ground by human hands. Together, let us make landmines history and reclaim agricultural land for future generations to live in peace. When I returned home to America, I watched the Super Bowl football championship like a typical teenager. As Madonna performed the halftime show to the most watched worldwide audience, it culminated in the words, "World Peace." I then suddenly realized that world peace is not possible when there are landmines in the ground. Join me as we strive to demine, replant, and rebuild in a world spring full of fertile grounds without the fear of landmines beneath a child's sandal or a farmer's plow.
Thank you, Christian, for that wonderful video, and we hope that inspires all the children throughout Palestine, throughout the world, to join us in our efforts through utilizing the tools of social media to help demine, replant, and rebuild. This is a historic moment, and we invite you all to join us. Now, it is my great honor to introduce a Skype call to Palestine so that we may hear the voices of democracy, the voices of hope, and the voices of peace. For a year ago, an Arab Spring brought a country and many countries down. We are moving beyond the politics of that with Roots of Peace and focusing only on the humanitarian aspects of how we can galvanize the youth in the world to join us in an effort to remove each and every landmine, so not in the soil, but in the heart, to remove the hatred so that the youth have a feeling of hope for future generations. Now we will go to our Skype call in Bethlehem in Palestine.
I'm going to go ask if we have the...
Now Mrs. Fadwa, she is the country director of Palestine. She's explaining about the problem in Palestine. She have been doing an introduction about the mine problem in the Palestinian territories. I'm wondering if you can hear me. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So we need to get, hello, Mohammed, this is Heidi Kuhn calling. And it would be wonderful if we could get someone close up to the computer and talk directly to the audience here in the United States. So if someone would be kind enough to sit directly in front of the computer, if that happens to be you, we would greatly appreciate an opportunity to hear the Palestinian perspective.
I will translate to you what our friends from Hussein village, what they are saying. And here is Mr. Dawood. He is talking about Hussein, and he wants to talk about the psychological effect to the people have been done to the people in Hussein village. And he's saying that if we imagine this piece of land, the land field, it's about 5 dunams or 6. And this piece of land is surrounded from 3 sides of inhabitants. It's in the middle of the people, where people are living. So if we imagine that a kid So a beautiful bird or a butterfly flying there, what could prevent him of going and follow this bird? What ideas could prevent this boy of following this bird or this butterfly? And of course, if he get into this field, he will get like bombed by a landmine. This is a very important point, and I was there when many people lost their part of their bodies. 10 years ago, my friend he was a child and he was there and he lost his leg. Also, the problem of the land. We don't invest of this land. 60 years until now, we didn't use our land. We didn't plant any tree. And this is a very big economical damage since many generations. And the people now who are suffering, and many generations lived with no investment in this land. They can't use this land. They can't plant a tree, or they can't play there, or we are not able to build a hospital or a clinic there.
And Mohammed, if you could take us around the room so we could see how many people in Bethlehem today are live. Very slowly, if you could pan around the room, we'd greatly appreciate it. There's shepherds, there's town people, town council, farmers, politicians, media, academicians. I recognize many of those faces.
Yeah.
And they all came on 24 hours notice to find a way for peace to truly happen in the Middle East.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Mohammed, could we turn the camera to you, please, now to talk directly? If you could stop the camera because it's going, and talk to us directly in front of the camera because we cannot see. So if you could place the computer down and have somebody sit directly in front. It's a little dizzy for the audience to see. It's moving too quickly. Thank you. Now we would love to interview you, Christian, to ask you about this program and to tell us all about the impact of Roots of Peace in Palestine. Mohammed.
All right. Actually, the problem of minds in the fields of Bethlehem is like a very aggressive.
Mohammed, if you're a little too close to the mic.
Threatening the people. What?
You're a little too close to the mic. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was talking about the importance of the work of Roots of Peace actually in Bethlehem fields, because it's a very important mission what Roots of Peace is trying to do here in the Palestinian fields and in the Holy Land. People have been dreaming of this moment. They are not able to use their land. All the time they are afraid that their children, when they go out of their houses, they are afraid that they will not come back safe. So there are lack of security, lack of economical income. People can't use their land. They can't plant a tree. They are not able to do anything with these lands. And the most important thing, it's the humanitarian issue here. Many people have been injured because they don't know where exactly mines are. And also the problem that in Bethlehem there are no specific signs that this is a very dangerous area. So it is very important what you are guys doing here in Palestine. Your module, Demine, Rebuild and Replant, it is a very important module for the Palestinians. They are hoping that you can be able to give us the safe, that we can feel safe and secure in these villages and in these fields, because many people thinking that until now they are not able, they don't have the power, and they don't have the authority, and they don't have the skill to demine this land. Actually, we are supporting you with our bodies and with our prayers, and hoping that you can be able to gather the solidarity from the international world and to help the people of Palestine and secure, and to have a better generation in the future. It is very important for Palestinians because this is all what they have, actually. They believe in the new generations, the power of youth, what they can do for a better future for the Palestinians. We are still under occupation and we have, lack of resources. So these small lands, it could be a good income generation for many families, and also the lack of the areas, the open areas that our children and any child, they don't have a place to play. So what you are doing is a very important actually to us to have a place for these children where they can play, where they can practice their childhood. So thank you very much. It's a very, very important role. And we are so glad that we met your family, Heidi. You, your husband, your young man, Christian, he will be a very big leader in the future because I'm sure that youth and Christian will change the world with your light and with your good and beautiful spirit.
Thank you, Mohammed. And we feel the same towards your family. What is the reaction of the villagers regarding our meeting there, our presence there for the past 40 days and 40 nights? Is there a lasting impact on the farmers and the shepherds and just the community in general of Bethlehem? For the world would be shocked to know the fields of Bethlehem are mined.
Let's say that to start with the authority, the Palestinian Authority, they are giving you the whole support. We have been reading in the media and in the television, your meetings. We are following up. I mean, the associations here, and if we want to talk about the formal level, everybody is following up what Roots of Peace is starting to do here. This is a dream become true by your efforts, actually. This is the formal level. And about the level of the inhabitants and the villagers, they are so glad. They are actually, it's a real dream for them that they have the opportunity to plant their own land and to feel secure. And when they send their children to play outside the home, they are sure they will come back secure. They will not be injured. And let me now introduce you to a guy. Now he is speaking to the audience about his experience when he got injured because of a landmine.
Yes,
you met him, Heidi. You will recognize him now. I want to put the camera on him and translate what he is saying.
Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone. Mohammed, if we could see a steady shot with his face, that would be wonderful.
He is talking.
If we could have his face, and just if you could stand and slightly get his face so we can see his mouth and have a steady shot. Thank you so much. And greetings.
He is talking about his experience when he was a child. He was playing with his teenager mate, and they are trying playing. And when there are a problem, for example, when they were kids, they thinking like that they have been playing and they fell in a land field of mines, and he was just injured, and he remembered that he passed out during that time. She asking him about this experience. How was this experience to be victim of landmine? He feel disabled, and he feel in the beginning he was afraid of going near a landmine field, and he trying because he's a father. When he was a kid, he think that when he want to pass through a landmine field, he afraid. He think that it's coming to take him inside this land. He think it's to attack him. So step by step, with time, he start to adjust, because he have to go through this field of mines. She's asking him, the country director, what do you think about such meeting and about the historic thing that we are doing for the Palestinians, and what do you want to tell to our friends in America? What do you think now about Roots of Peace mission in the area? What do you think about the work now of demining? I am supporting them. I support them with my family, not only in Hussein, also in the whole world. Because what I have been through, it's very harmful. Maybe another child will go through such a landmine and he will get injured.
Thank you very much. And where was he injured? If he could tell us a little bit about his injury, respectfully.
He is saying that it's very important to people to demine.
Did he lose an arm? Did he lose a leg? Or does he have shrapnel?
He lost a foot.
He lost a foot. He lost a foot. And how many years ago was that?
Another guy from the audiences, he is saying that we should prevent creating such weapons.
Yes, yes.
People should stand against this thing. And he has the award for the youth. He wants to say something for the youth.
For youth, yes, please. Thank you to Christian.
For the Palestinian and the American youth.
Yeah.
He get tired because of his leg.
Yes.
So he say thank you.
Tell him mahaba.
The
Mahaba.
leaders.
Thank you. What do we say?
He said the youth are the leaders.
Thank you so much. Shukran. 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 Thank you.
Now there are some recommendations. There are recommendations from the youth and from the audiences.
Okay.
But
could we speak to Fadwa for a moment, please, since we have a time constraint? Could we talk to Fadwa directly for just a brief moment?
Now, she's talking to the people. Do you think now?
Yes, if she could just take a brief break and mention that she's going to talk live to television. I don't know if you can see it on your side, but if she could just say 2 minutes of words, or if Tamara could speak.
Okay, so she will come now because she's taking recommendations from the people.
Okay, if she could come talk about the experience, if she could just take 1 minute, because then we have to go to another segment. Thank you so much, Mohammed.
Hi.
Hello, Fadwa.
Hi, how are you?
How is my director?
Hi,
You have to get a little higher. We have to see your beautiful face. Come on, sit a little higher. Tamara's going to help you. There you go. Now we can see you for the whole world. Fadwa, we're so honored to have you as our Roots of Peace director, country director of Palestine. It's a great honor to greet you from my homeland. You were so gracious to me when I was a guest at your home in Bethlehem during Christmas and New Year's and my birthday in Bethlehem. So I extend to you warmest wishes from my homeland, and thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you for you. I'm very, very glad because I am seeing you through this very, very important event here in Bethlehem. Really, that in our dream is implementing. I would like to announce this initiative from Bethlehem. It's a historical event, really. Now I'm really happy here when I see myself around these people, youth, landowners, the representative of media, a lot of people around me, and all of them talking about our project. Really, this is unique to happen this event here.
Well, my dear Palestinian sister, we send you greetings from America. We applaud your leadership and all those galvanized by your important humanitarian message through Roots of Peace to demine, replant, and rebuild your homeland, the Holy Land, for the world would be shocked to know the fields of Bethlehem are mined.
Really, we are looking forward to implement our model because really we need this here in Palestine because around the world, we talk about this problem around the world, we have more than 2,000 people each month killed cause from mines.
2,000 in Palestine for mines?
And here, we're going to talk about flood. Are you hear me?
Yes.
Heidi?
Fadwa, I wanted
Yeah.
to clarify, 2,000 people are injured by mines every month?
Every month, 2,000 people around the world who are killed from the mines. And if we look around us locally, we have three causes from landmine fields. One from Jordanian Gulf, second from military training of Israeli army, third from British Mandate and Ottoman. And I reached from my research, some of this indicated that Jenin governorate is the most affected, followed by Jericho and Bethlehem.
Well, we are there to help you and support you, Fadwa, and I understand you must get back to a very important meeting. We just send you our gratitude, our greetings. Inshallah, may this work. Please share that with all of the townspeople. And shukran for all you have done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fadwa. Thank you for your courage.
To go back to my meeting.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing a few brief moments with us.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Fadwa. Is Tamar there for just a few moments in closing? Tamar? Hello?
Yes.
Christian,
Hi.
say hi.
Hello,
Yeah?
Tamar.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Sit up a little taller so we see you. There you are. Perfect. That way we see you. We would love to hear from you as a young 24-year-old Palestinian woman. How do you feel the efforts of Roots of Peace and social media can help your country?
First of all, I think that we are, as a youth, we can do a lot. We can change our situation. We are now more than 60 years under this mine in our ground, and now it's the time to change this situation, because we are seeing the youth around the world, in the Arab world, are changing this their bad situation, and we really want to change this. And me and Muhammad and lots of youth here, we are more than 30 people here, are giving recommendation to work more in this field, because we don't want more Palestinian people to be injured or killed from these mines, while Roots of Peace want to help us to change this. Yeah, Heidi.
Yeah. So it was such a pleasure, on a personal note, to spend such quality time with you as we drove all over Palestine to obtain the necessary foundation requirements, from Ramallah to Bethlehem to the fields in Jenin, to hear the voices of the people and the cry to help that is not heard when a small child steps on a landmine, or a farmer, an innocent farmer, is out tending to their sheep. I again feel the world would be shocked to know that places such as the fields of Bethlehem, the baptismal site of Jesus, where Moses walked, and the beautiful Jordan River Valley, is all riddled with an estimated 1.5 million landmines.
Yeah. It's really a big problem, and it's really a big problem when these mines are in the middle of the villages, like in Hussein village. Today we were shooting and making a small documentary about the problem in Hussein village, and really, the problem of the village is huge, because this minefield is near the school where all the children, they go there. So lots of villages, they suffer from this problem, because the mine fields are inside the villages.
Mm-hmm. And how did the people feel about a family, an American family, our friends Mary and Joseph Persalia, Shirley and Paul Dean, taking the time on the first week of the new year to come out and to support all of you by raising the funds and the awareness and helping in some small way?
Yeah, they seem very happy because they can see in our Facebook page that it's really a strong work, it's a real work, and they are discussing now how important is this work, is this like campaign we are doing, and they all want to work in this. They think that it's a very important campaign and they all should work and do something in it. They want to do something in media, in the social media, to change, to let the people know, to spread the awareness about the mines in Palestine. And they would like to work more and more.
So Tamar, this is, really from an American perspective, so refreshing to see Arabs wanting to get landmines out of the ground, not shooting, not causing destruction. They want to remove the destruction so that the land is clear for their children and future generations.
Sorry, Heidi, I didn't hear you.
Oh, it's a very important message that you're sharing with the world, that Palestinians are not there to shoot one another. They're there right now to help remove these explosives, these bombs out of the ground so that the peace can happen. And I think that's a message for the world. To take out the stereotypes, but these are families, these are innocent people, and they just like ourselves want a better, more prosperous future with the economics of peace.
Yeah, of course, most of the Palestinians, they want to live in peace. They want to live with their children in peace. There are lots of children here in Palestine. Half of the population are children, and they don't want. They want to be far from the war. They want to be far from this big ghost. So of course they would. We all would like to live in peace, Heidi.
I think it's a very interesting prospect. The mayor of Bethlehem told me he referred to them in the town as ghosts in the ground. That's how he described the landmine, as a ghost in the ground. Tamar, as I close on this, I just would like you to say a few closing comments. How astounded I was when you started Roots of Peace Palestine. Please confirm, did you have 25 million visitors to the site since you built it last month?
Yeah, in the second week we have 25 million people. They watched the page. Yeah, they saw it,
So, well, my congratulations and gratitude to you and all of your family. Please continue to plant the roots of peace. We'll roll up our sleeves. We're there with you in spirit. And we wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year.
Heidi, we would like really to thank you very much, and your family and all the Americans, that you are helping us to remove this ghost from our land. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tamar. Thank you.
Thank you.